Okay, this time we are going to eat the pudding. Alright, fine, if you insist. I suppose I'll have a spoonful. Just one. Yay, thank you, Rai. Really don't understand this girl. She's supposed to be a demon, so why is she acting so friendly? She isn't anything at all like the image of the demon I had in my mind. I'm still not sure if this is a good thing or not. Oh, let's soon find out. At least we don't keep on running into her sister. Okay, let's be responsible this time and do our homework. Right, you're so mean. I wanted to go to the festival. And Miss United States wants world peace, but she never managed to get that either. But that isn't the same. I wanted to go. That's too bad. We have homework. Now stop whining and start working. If you won't take me to the festival, you should at least play with me. I can't play with you. I'm busy. And you should be too. But Rai, I'm bored. Play with me. Last half hour, Lucia's been pacing around my room, pulling books from my shelves at random, filling with her hair in front of my mirror, and prodding at the disgruntled-looking Kotu. Right now, she's busy examining the calendar hung on my bedroom wall, her brow furrowed. Hey, your dates and months are all weird. What do you mean weird? It's a perfectly ordinary calendar. But you have 7 days in a week. So strange. Mean the weeks are different in hell? That's right. Only 6 days in hell. We struck Sunday off the record. Because it's a holy day in some religions? It might be. I'm not sure. At any rate, we didn't have Sunday. Weeks in hell are only 6 days long as opposed to 7. Wonder how they make up for the extra day that got lopped off. Did they round all these missing Sundays and turn them into a whole new month? Does that mean there are 13 months in hell, not 12? That would fit, I suppose, and 13 is an unlucky number. There's no real reason hell has to follow the same calendar as Earth. Hell exists in a dark, damp place where there's no sun, then they don't need 365 days per year. The more I think about this, the more complicated it all sounds. Sia's casual comment, which I'm sure she said just to distract me from my homework, made me ponder something, however. Sia, when you said you'd be staying with me for a week, did you actually mean 6 days or not 7? That's right, I just assumed there were 6 days per week on Earth too, so I didn't think to tell you. I mean, that's fair enough. So you know how to speak perfect Japanese, but you don't know how many days of the week there are? It just slipped my mind. That seems like a rather large oversight, but I decided not to press it. Going off topic here. Anyway, you do have homework to do. It's an important part of your education. But homework's boring. I get enough of that back home. I go to the festival, right? I want to go. Too late for that now. You can complain all you want. I don't care. You're so mean. The real demon here, right? Oh, I'm downright angelic compared to Mrs. Tamara. You don't know what she's capable of. She punishes students all the time. They think I'm looking out for you by making you stay here and work. Punishes? She won't force me to push boulders uphill all day, or sink me to the bottom of the river Styx, or seal me away inside a coffin and set it on fire, will she? That isn't how you get punished if you don't do your homework in hell, is it? Miss Dolus is a very, very strict teacher. Been sealed away in a coffin before, and it isn't very much fun. No, I can't imagine it would be. Punishments they dish out to disobedient students in hell make the punishments we human children have to face seem like nothing. If I'm going to get her to do her homework, threats may not be convincing enough. Could I appeal to her sense of duty instead? Maybe convince her with some, food, a chance? Nevertheless, you still have to study. You don't want to fall behind, do you? But yet, the stuff you're studying is way too hard. I'm in the lowest class of hell. I haven't gone to a long division yet. Can hardly do normal division. So you also studied division in hell? That's right. We do all the same thing as you do. Division, addition, subtraction, multiplication. God, why can't I not say that word? Multiplicate. Yeah, that word. Then you shouldn't have a problem drawing the work Mr. Tamara set you. Might be a bit beyond your capabilities, but I can help you if you get stuck. Well, if you promise to help me, maybe it won't be so bad. Reluctantly, Lucia sits down beside me at my table. See that she's holding on to Koto as though he's some kind of talisman. You should let him go, by the way. Huh? Why? He doesn't appreciate being mauled or manhandled like that. He likes his personal space. But you sit him together with Gil sometimes, and they look happy together. That's because of skill. He likes being touched by Gil. Even then, it's only sparingly. I see. Saya blinks, tipping her head to one side. Stuffed alpacas, they seem to have a very complicated relationship. It's complicated indeed. Mostly, they bond over their desire to cause others pain. He sounds kind of like Mr. Stolas. I think he only became a teacher so he could cause me pain. He always picks on me, even when I do my homework. Not my fault I can't understand. Sia sighs, but obligingly sets Koto down. So, what should I do, Rai? Where should I begin? You should begin by trying to solve them yourself. I won't learn anything if you ask for help without giving it a go first. I already tried to solve them myself. I just don't understand anything, so I gave up. You mean you can't solve any of these problems? Not one. Not even the easier ones here? Not even them. You know, when I said I would help you, I didn't mean I'd help you with everything. But I don't understand any of it, Rai. Maybe prompting Lucia to do her homework was a bad idea. She won't enjoy doing it, and I won't enjoy teaching her. It's a lose-lose situation on both sides. I can't just tell Lucia not to do her homework, though. That would be setting a bad example. What should I do? Okay, we can ask Dad, ask Mum, or help Lucia with her homework yourself. I think asking Dad would be the right way to go. I mean, he would be all too eager to help. Huh? You want me to help you with your homework, Lucia? That's right, I don't understand it at all, but Rai said you might know. You did? I never thought I'd live to see the day that you'd come to me for help, Rai. Of course I'd be overjoyed by this. Though, to be honest, I'd rather go to the festival. Of course you would. I know you would, but if we do that, our homework will never get done. You're the adult here. You should try to be more responsible. Maybe you have a point. I'm sorry, Rai. That's what he says, but he's still wearing a yukata. Seems like a bit of a waste, since we're not going to the festival, but I guess Dad can wear whatever makes him happy. Now, can we get started with our work? Right, let's see what we have here. That looks like Lucia's homework. His brow furrowing, watching from beneath my eyelashes curiously. Maybe I should try to have more faith in him. Can't be that bad, Mouse, can he? He did study marine biology in college, so he has to have some smarts hidden underneath his pink hair. What should I do, Kazuki? how do I answer this question? Well, okay, maybe we should have asked Mother instead. God damn it. That question your elementary school kids have to answer sure are tough nowadays, huh? Yes, they are tough. That's why I'm asking you for help. You're a responsible adult, so you must know, right? My dad knows all the answers to my math problems. He's a genius. Is that so? Yep, I don't see him very often, but my dad's really, really cool. He's super tall, and all my neighbors say he's really handsome. Mama says they're all in love with him. Wears a lot of suits. His teeth are really white. He has a super important job back home and makes lots of money. When he comes home from work, he always says, "Hi there, darling," to my mum, and she swoons and falls into his arms, because he's so amazing and she loves him so much. Dad sniffles. God. Not with the waterworks again. Of course it'd be the hopeless romantic type. Not that I'm complaining, because I definitely am that too. His eyes brim with tears, then the sudden exclamation that sounds a little like a wolf howling to the moon at night. Oh God. Oh no. What have we done? What have we done? KO. Closer to the table, cradling his head with his arms. Kazuki? Kazuki, what's wrong? I'm sorry, Lucia. I'm not even half as cool as your father must be. I look stupid in a suit and tie. And I don't have a job. And I can't even do long division. I'm a failure. I take my maths homework and slide it across the table, away from Dad's crumpled form. Don't want him to cry all over it. Not when I've just finished the last problem Mr. Tamura sent us. Right? Did I break your father? Maybe just a little bit. Don't worry about it. He'll be back to his usual self soon. I'm sorry. Prod Dad. He doesn't move. Stop prodding your father. Just let him cry it out. Then again, maybe not. Rip to our father then. Right? Go to sleep. It's 11 o'clock. But right. What? She isn't going to tell me that she's hungry, is she? This isn't because she didn't get to go to the festival. I was just wondering, have you ever been away from home before, Ray? Aw, poor little girl is homesick. Of course I've been away from home before. I've never been on a sleepover, but I've gone on school trips. Oh, that sounds like fun. Where did you go? Nowhere special. We usually go walking in the mountains. Rather go to Kyoto or Okinawa, but our school can't afford to take us fancy places like that. I think it's because they spent all their money on our school uniforms, even a mere pittance behind everything else. Truly, this is budgeting at its finest. I've never been to the mountains before. I want to go there too. Don't they have mountains in hell? They do, but the rocks are all red. The air is filled with the smell of brimstone. Everywhere looks kind of the same. Aren't any bright blue skies or green grass. Flowers are all withered and dead. Oh, that sounds kind of depressing. No wonder she wanted to leave hell so much. Oh, you're in luck. We're going on a class trip at the end of the week, so you should be able to see those hills you love so much. I knew that too. Did the internet help you again? Yep, Big Sis here is so good at searching things online. Thanks to the powers of the internet, she can curse in 40 different languages. Of course, as one, I'm assuming she's a teenager, as one teenager would. As mainly the only reason kids and teenagers, or just young people in general, want to learn a different language is to learn how to swear in them. It's like the first thing they want to learn. Wow, how impressive. Well, I don't know what you read on my school's website, but you shouldn't get too excited. Trip only lasts for a day, so don't expect to eat any curry around an open campfire or anything. Sounds like fun, even without the curry, I mean. The curry wouldn't make it even better, but I can cope. I'm so excited. All we'll be doing is picking berries, you know. It's really nothing special. But can we use these berries to make delicious food? And I guess the green flies haven't gone to them first. Yay! I get to go on a real human school trip. It's gonna be so much fun. Goddess of Fortune must be smiling upon me. Though she's a demon, but she still prays to gods. That's interesting. Actually, it's interesting that she refers to gods in the plural, rather than the singular. But I don't bring it up. Maybe it was a figure of speech. These existential issues about heaven and hell and life after death present a whole series of probing questions I don't want to get involved with. Yeah, especially as a 9-year-old, I don't think you need to be worrying about that kind of stuff just yet. Too young to think about these things. Seer's presence might shatter my perception of the universe entirely, or also make me even more cynical than I already am. I'm glad that I came here, but I don't know. I think I miss hell a little bit. You mean you feel homesick? Homesick? Maybe. Never been away from home before, so I don't know how it feels to miss it. Though I'd be happy to leave since it got so boring there. So it's strange. I just didn't think I'd feel like this. I frown. I'm happy that the sea is staying here, but I can't help but feel sorry for her. Looks so little and lost, bundled up in her futon, her head peeking out over the top of it. Maybe I can be nice to her just this once, if it will stop her complaining. Even when you're trying to be nice, you're still gotta say something mean at the end of it. We can tell her to sleep on it? Nah, we're gonna console her. Don't worry about it. I'll take good care of you. You will? That's right. Let's try to make a lot of good memories together, okay? It isn't like me to say such things, but seeing Lucia frown upsets me. Makes her seem so small and hopeless, like a kitten left out in the rain, and I'd feel guilty ignoring her. And we can eat lots of nice food too. Promise me we can eat lots of nice food. Sure, we can eat a lot of nice food. Do you promise? I promise. Yay, it's a deal. Now she sounds happy again. She's smiling brightly, as though she has not a single care in the world. Was that because I comforted her? Am I the reason why she's smiling like this? Might be a bit presumptuous to assume such a thing, and I'm sure there are other factors, i.e. food, involved, but it feels nice, even so. Don't know if I've made anybody smile like that before, other than my parents. Certainly not my friends. I never had any of those. Now, however, I'm not so sure. Aw, that was such a sweet moment. Okay, we're on to day 3. And we didn't get killed by the big sister. Hell yeah. Natto, again? That's right. It's a key part of any Japanese breakfast. Or maybe the developer didn't want to have to draw another food dish again? Or ran out of ideas to know what to do next? I dip my chopsticks into my bowl of natto rice, drawing up a sticky strand of fermented soybean. Curls in the air like a plucked guitar string, almost anxiously. I know that, but do we really need to have natto 2 days in a row? I did think about that. I know you're not the biggest fan of natto, but Lucia seems so keen. As if to prove Dad's point, Lucia holds up her bowl and asks for seconds. God, you're a quick eater. You shouldn't have sold natto, right? It's an important part of our diet. You have to eat a lot of natto to grow big and strong, like me. Even though Mum is tiny, well, she wants me to eat natto. I guess I should. I don't want to disappoint her. Of course, your mother's the one to convince you. And so it is, with a heavy sigh, that I start to eat my food. Did you get enough sleep last night, dear? Your face looks rather pale. Didn't get enough sleep last night, but that wasn't for lack of trying. I was so crammed full of thoughts it was hard for me to drift off. I definitely feel that. Thoughts about Lucia. I've been trying to ignore the fact that she's a demon from hell. Especially because acknowledging hell exists would be incredibly troublesome. But it's hard to blink out something that earth-shatteringly important. If hell exists, what about heaven? What about God? The Bible? Christianity as a whole? Well, Christianity isn't the only religion that has a heaven and hell. Lots of religions have their own variations of this. Buddhism has hundreds and thousands of different hells based on whatever crimes a person may have committed in their life. If I accept that Lucia's story is true, and honestly I don't think she's smart enough to make up such an elaborate lie, then do I need to accept religion too? But which one? They can't all be true, can they? Or can they? Thinking about it is enough to make my head hurt. If only Mum wasn't so staunchly aesthetic. I can remember her telling me even now. Right, you shouldn't believe that any kind of divine power will assist you during your times of need. That's just a convenient fantasy made up by desperate people. In this world, the only way to get what you want is with your own strength of will. Incidentally, Dad's views on the matter go something like this. Well, I'm not a very smart person, so I don't know if it's up to me to say whether there's any kind of God or not. Might be nicer if there was, though. Wonder if Mum's opinion on this would change if she knew Lucia were a real demon. Would it disturb her quite as much as it has disturbed me? Knowing Mum, probably not. She'd just take it in her stride. How'd she lose sleep over it? And she would probably have a lot of questions, probably a lot of fucked up ones, if we've learnt anything. I sigh, poking my fermented soybeans with the tips of my chopsticks. These questions are far too serious for me to ponder, especially at 7 in the morning. Sound of running water fills the kitchen. My hands are covered in soap spuds and bubbles drift lazily through the air. Washing out the bowls and dishes we ate at breakfast. Lucia, desperate to help as ever, is assisting me. At least she's trying to. It's nice that she wants to be useful, but I think she's given me even more work to do. Hey, Ray! Now she's tugging at my sleeve on my school uniform. What is it? I was just thinking, I wasn't able to have any lunch at school yesterday. It was really sad. I felt like I was missing out on an important experience. That's why I want to make sure we get a nice lunch to eat today. Does that mean you want me to make you something? That's right. Well, I usually make myself lunch every day. A little bit of help from Dad. But making lunch for 2 people might take a bit longer. I wouldn't want us to be late for school. Wouldn't take it longer. You just need to do double the amount of ingredients you use, right? I don't know. I'm tired. Since I didn't get any sleep last night, Any attempts at cooking right now would probably end in disaster. Wouldn't it be more sensible to buy some food from the convenience store? We can buy a lunch or make a lunch. Sure, why not? Let's just buy her lunch. It's not like she's gonna know the difference, right? That kinda pissed her off. It's not like she'll do much to me anyway. Just as long as her sister isn't around. She just skulks along behind me like a sulking cat, clutching a plastic carrier bag in one hand. I said I wanted something nice to eat for lunch. This isn't what I had in mind. I know, and I'm sorry, but sometimes it's easier to buy food from the convenience store. Yes, convenience store. Tia doesn't seem to appreciate my rationale, though. Anything her pout deepens. This doesn't have any love or affection. Don't be silly. Of course there's love and affection in it. I love the money, and I used to pay for it. I mean, who doesn't love money, right? That's so shallow. You're in elementary school, so you shouldn't be thinking sad things like that. You sound like a middle-aged businessman. Why, thank you. Jeez, that wasn't a compliment, Ray. Is she gonna complain like this all the way to school? I hope not. I mean, what's the worst she could do? Call on her sister, right? School drags by slowly as per usual. Everything is much the same as it was yesterday, and all eyes are trained on Lucia throughout our early morning classes. It's during PE, however, that things start to get out of hand. Oh no. Wow, Lucia's so fast. How could she run at such a speed? As expected from a true Norwegian, she's incredible. Huh? Are Norwegians really that well renowned for their athletic abilities? Where do they usually rank in the Olympics? I don't know. Doubt anyone else either. Not content to be an idol in the classroom, Lucia is also carving out a title for herself in the sporting achievements too. She's storming ahead of everyone else, running as so fast her body is a blur. You can hardly see her. She's just a little spot on the horizon, bouncing ball of ash in her hair. Calling her fast would be a massive understatement. Speed is almost impossible. Bolt of lightning would take longer to hit the ground than it takes for her feet to meet the ground. No way a normal human girl can run this fast. Not with skinny arms and legs like that. Just not possible. And it seems like my other classmates share my suspicions. That's incredible. It's impossible. Guess that's Norwegians for you. And again, maybe not. Why does everyone think Norwegians are so cool? Guess it is pretty cold there, so Norwegians need to be sturdier than most, but it's not like they're superhuman. At least I don't think they are. Are they? I don't know. I've actually never talked to any Norwegians, so who knows? Maybe they got a few tricks up their sleeves. I guess it's because Norwegians always had to fight rabbit moose. That must be why she's so strong. Do you really think? It always sounds kind of scary. Oh please, it's a thing it's a thing that really happens? How ridiculous. It is ridiculous, isn't it? Isn't it? Oh, this is disappointing. I know why you complain. You're the one who chose it. I know, but it's lacking in cuteness somehow. Does food need to be cute? Everything in this world should be cute. I'm sorry, I did not realize. Laying back in my chair, arms crossed and glanced about the classroom. We're the only two people here. The silence is relaxing. Classroom looks uncannily similar to my regular classroom, but it isn't the same. This is a club room, situated in a small building adjacent to the main school building. I think it belongs to the embroidery club, maybe? I'm not sure. Most of the classrooms in my school look almost exactly the same. It's hard to tell where you are half the time. Highly repaired decor our school isn't the real issue at hand though. See, his lunch is. I mean, it looks cute, I think. I mean, I like the little juice box, that's cute. The meal was rather plain, nothing more than a wasabi bread, onigiri and a carton of vegetable juice. The selection of food does look rather sad, all too obviously mass-produced. It's not without its charms. Yakisoba is piled high within the bread roll. It was looking enticingly thick and sticky, liberally coated with a dark oyster sauce. Yakisoba is garnished with sliced spring onions and pickled ginger, which gives the soft noodles a certain crunch and affords them a certain spiciness. Humble onigiri, meanwhile, is a cluster of white rice, carefully concealing the creamy tuna mayonnaise into that hides within. Strip of roasted nori seaweed clings to the outside of the onigiri, adding a splash of dark green color to the whiteness of the rice. The food is simple. The food is simple, but it has a certain kind of understated charm. I don't think Lucia appreciates any of this, though. He stabs her straw through the top of a juice carton, takes a sip, still scowling. Is it good? It's fine, I guess. It would taste even nicer if you made it, though. I just didn't want us to be late for school. I have perfect attendance records to think of. Oh, is that what you were worried about? Of course. I don't want to get in the way of your daily life, but I don't really get it. Is having perfect attendance really such a big deal? Once Lucia has a point. Never missed a day of school in my life, but I've never received any kind of reward for it. Teachers have never even commented on it. In the end, it's quite a pointless goal to strive for, but it's something I decided. I'm not going to back on it now. If nothing else, it would disappoint me. But I think there's more to life than that. What do you know about life? You come from hell. Most people only go there after they die. That's true enough, but see a processor onigiri. The tip of her finger sinks through the white rice and into the tuna mayonnaise center. Life is short, human lives especially. You shouldn't waste your time doing pointless things with no payoff. That's what I think anyway. No, Lucia is telling me this because she wants to help, but it isn't like I haven't pondered this before. I only need Lucia to remind me of the futility of human life. Reflect on Lucia's word or defend your actions. Sure, let's defend her actions. Glare at Lucia. I'm angry. How could I not be? When I stopped to think about it, what she said was insulting. Does she really think she can judge me like that? Who does she think she is, anyway? She may be a demon, but she's low down in demonic hierarchy. Hardly the gatekeeper of hell. I wouldn't trust Lucia to take care of an unusually intelligent goldfish, let alone a human soul. I'll thank you not to call my life pointless, Lucia. You only known me for a couple of days. What gives you the right to lecture me? I don't know. I just thought you should say what's on your mind. I mean, aren't we friends? I don't know when we decided this. We might sleep in the same bedroom and eat breakfast around the same table, but we're still strangers in the end. Just don't get ahead of yourself. It's pain. I'm sorry. I keep forgetting. Maybe I should try to keep my distance a little bit more. Hopefully not enough distance that will lead you to your sister. and then lead the said sister to me, because we definitely don't need to, die again. Yes, maybe you should. Try to make my voice sound firm, but it wavers. Wonder why? Just what is wrong with me? Don't like being too close to people. It's always been my philosophy, for as long as I can remember. Other people are just a pain. No matter what they say, they're all selfish. In the end, they only care about themselves. I like that too. That's why I don't want to get too close to Lucia. I can't. If I do, I'll really get disappointed. It won't hurt. And I'm no masochist. I refuse to open my heart to others so it can be spat on. But if I'm keeping my distance to avoid being hurt, why then does the sight of Lucia's downcast expression make my chest feel so tight? Yet a little thing could love. Walking along the riverside, my footsteps falling against the ground with a series of soft thuds. The wind runs through the elm trees, making the leaves rustle, but my mind is miles away. I don't want to think about it, but I can't stop myself. Too many mysteries surrounding Lucia. It's starting to hurt my head. If she really is a demon, what does that mean? She says she comes from hell, but where could hell possibly exist? With my modern understanding of the world, no hell can't be situated inside the earth itself. Scientists have proven that much. These scientists did not, however, account for the existence of reality-warping beings like Lucia, so maybe they don't know everything after all. Feels kind of weird that a 9-year-old girl like me might know more about the untapped mysteries of the universe than the technicians working at CERN or NASA. It's a lot to take in. How often do demons like Lucia come to trouble us humans? So to happen to me over something as trifling as a plate of cookies can't be completely unheard of. Lucia's entire existence is problematic, but she doesn't seem to realize this at all. Appreciate just how much this is bothering me. And as if right on cue. Hey, Rai. You're standing a little too close there. What do you want? Nothing really. You just look deep in thought. I did? Yeah, I thought you were thinking about complicated things. Not particularly. Even if I asked Lucia some of my more pressing questions, I doubt she'd be able to answer them. All she cares about is food. Anyway, I'm really hungry, Rai. Of course you are. When aren't you hungry? Of course she's hungry. This girl always hungry. I'm so hungry I feel like I could die. You need to feed me right now. Can demons like you really die? Of course we can. We're not monsters. But you live in hell. That's where dead people go, right? That's where dead people's souls go, sure. But we're not people. We're demons. So where do demons go when they die then? I don't really know. Don't think I've ever thought about it. Can't say this is much of a surprise. Just don't go mistaking us for scary things like zombies or vampires. You demons are fragile and sensitive beings with honest hearts, like you humans. So zombies and vampires also exist? Great! This keeps getting more and more complicated. It'll teach me to ask questions. Anyway, Rai, I'm hungry. Feed me. If you don't feed me, I'll reap your soul. Alright, I heard you the first time. What do you want? Well, as you know, I like sweets. You can't eat sweets all the time. You'll get spots. Silly human girl. Never had spots in my life. There's a first time for everything. Why? Do you get spots when you eat too many sweets, Rai? That's completely irrelevant. I need to try and change the subject. Okay, we can either make pancakes or buy Lucia crepe. Okay, staying on theme with this, I think we'll buy her something. Much to her annoyment. You know, when I said I wanted something to eat, I meant I wanted something you made yourself. Of course you did. Given her behaviour so far, I should have expected this much. Still, she's been awfully picky, especially for an uninvited guest. I think she could be a bit more grateful. Nothing special about my cooking. I can't make it anything as nice as this. That's what you say, but the cookies she made back then were really delicious. I had to take her word for it, as I have no way of proving or disproving that statement for myself. Never got to eat any of those cookies. I'm still kind of bitter about it. Fortunately, I've used up all my cooking points already. You need to wait at least a week for them to recharge. But I'll be back home by then. I know, isn't it sad, Lucia? I might be a demon, but you're something else altogether. Don't reply. If anything, I think that might be a compliment. Instead, take another bite of my crepe. My crepe is filled with matcha powder and chocolate sauce. Matcha merges with the chocolate, creating a flavour that's neither too sweet nor too bitter. Texture is creamy, but not too rich. And the flavour is strong, but not strong enough to be overpowering. The combination of matcha and chocolate really is delicious. Cased inside a freshly made crepe, warmed on a griddle in front of my eyes, makes it taste even better. Blending your two flavours, Japanese green tea with the European crepe, really is a wonderful thing. My crepe is fairly simple compared to Lucia's. Ooh, that looks nice. And again, this is making me very, very hungry. I think Lucia's crepe is the strawberry cheesecake special. Taste strawberry caramel cheesecake base, strawberry sauce, whipped cream, and a whole scoop of vanilla ice cream, nesting in the middle. Ice cream is protected from the heat of the crepe by the crumbled cheesecake and strawberry pieces surrounded by it, but it's beginning to melt. Warned Lucia that if she ate something so extravagant, she wouldn't want to eat dinner later, but she reassured me with a wide smile that she always has room in her stomach for more food, which we've already witnessed. Wonder where she puts it all anyway, given she's so skinny. Maybe she really does have some stomachs. Despite her complaining, it seems she really does like her crepe. She's digging into it happily, consuming it at an almost alarming rate. You got ice cream on your nose. I do? Lucia blinks, going momentarily cross-eyed. She tries to look at the tip of her own nose. The result is fairly predictable. I can't see it. Of course you can't. What do you expect? This girl is such an airhead. Maybe she was mooching around in hell for too long, breathing all those noxious sulphurous fumes. Handling low chemicals like that would poison a regular girl like me, and while I realize there isn't much things regular about Lucia, though that would be very good for her body. Why, can you try and get it for me? Wipe it away yourself. I'm not your mother. But since you didn't make me any food yourself, you can at least help me. Oh, you're so whiny. Can't you do anything on your own? No use crying over spilled ice cream. Just a tiny little blotch. Not as small as a pinhead. I can, but I'd like it more if you helped me, Rai. I sigh. She looks at me with those huge eyes. I feel guilty saying no. She's manipulating me, and she knows it. Must be doing this on purpose. Nobody's that oblivious, right? I mean, this isn't Lucia we're talking about, so... we get the choice of wiping it or refusing. Okay, I'm probably gonna regret this, but let's refuse. Well, whatever. I'm not gonna fall for her tricks. No matter how wide her eyes are, I have more pride than that. I'm sorry, but this has nothing to do with me. You made the mess, you should clean it up. See her pouts. Small glob of ice cream on the tip of her nose is starting to melt, but she doesn't do anything to clean it away. Can't believe it. You even resisted my pouty face. It's supposed to be a top-tier attack. Sadly, my defense is also top-tier. You ought to do better than that in the future, Lucia. Jeez, Rai, you're so cruel. So is the world. You have to be cruel to survive. You might have a point, but saying that so bluntly doesn't make me happy. And with a small sniff, Neil wipes away the offending splotch of ice cream. Yeah, it wasn't so hard, was it? Wasn't hard, but what? Would have been nicer if you'd done it for me. Maybe even another route. Hello everybody. Favorite actress Shirakawa Yukain, still only 18 years old, has entered the building. Thank you. You're far too kind. Why is Mum so melodramatic? I know she's an actress, but it's not like a spotlight shines on her all the time. Oh, maybe it doesn't in mind. Like right now. Okay, welcome back. I've missed you. Can't believe it. Dad even gets to his feet and applauds Mum for her outrageous lies. Guess that really is true love. I missed you too, dear. Had such a busy day at work. Dying to sit down and stare at your cute face again. Cute? I'm not really. Well, I wonder. Oh my gosh, you got cat ears and a tail now. And even got the little cute cat mouth as well. Also, his cat-like smile. You shouldn't be coy, dear. I was above judgment when it comes to cuteness. I haven't been an actress this long for nothing, you know. Dad swoons, his face light pink. Amazes me that Dad is so obviously in love with Mum, even though they've been together, not married though, for almost 17 years. What are you doing all in the kitchen? Has our living room been invaded by vengeful spirits? Oh, I mean, not quite, but, I mean, we do have a demon with us, so does that count? Please don't talk about spirits, vengeful or otherwise. Might be bad luck. I mean, again, to iterate, we have a demon in our house, so how much bad luck can we get? I just like it in here, that's all. It's cozy. Because this is where all the food is. That's right, how did you guess? It didn't take many of my deductive faculties, trust me. Well, you might be right. They do say the kitchen is the heart of the home, and I feel like having a cup of tea. Yes, of course. I'll get it for you right away. Would you? Thank you, dear. I appreciate it. With a heavy sigh, Mum sinks down into her chair, putting one leg over the other. Though Mum's voice is cool and breezy as ever, it really does look tired. Face is pale underneath her makeup, and her hair is a little messier than usual. I can hardly believe it. Who would have thought that the little girl who took the lead role in her elementary school's rendition of Snow White would have one day become a professional actress? Come a long way since then, Yuki. I'm proud of you. Thank you, dear. I'm sure I was only cast as the lead in the play because of my name, though. Acting abilities were not quite up to par back in those days. Of course not. You were only 6. I remember it clearly, though. First taste of show business. Speaking of names, I'm curious. Why did your parents call you Lucia? Lucia? That's because... Oh, that's right. I was interested too. Is it a common Norwegian name? Well... It's because it sounds like Kind of sounds like Lucifer, but cuter. Of course it'd be something like that. Lucifer? How very strange. Your parents must be intriguing people. Maybe it's because they live in a village called Hell? I groaned. I have no idea how my parents can be so incredibly dense. At this point, it's not even funny. Can we cut it out with all these stupid jokes already? Probably not. Not until you turn 18 and finally get to move out. Lying in my bed, curled up like a weevil snuggled inside a biscuit. I'd be asleep by now under normal circumstances, but these circumstances aren't normal. Hey, right? His presence is proof enough of that. What is it? If you don't get any sleep, you'll be tired tomorrow. Just like I was this morning. I knew that, but I was thinking something. It's the first time for everything, I suppose. Don't mean to be sarcastic, but I can't help it. I'm sleepy. Thea doesn't seem to mind though. His smile doesn't flicker. Doesn't even realize that I said something mean. Might be too pure to pick up on sarcasm. I mean, that's bold to say about a demon of all things. I was just thinking, it must be nice being an only child. And why do you say that? Parents always give you so much attention. It's clear they really love you. I think Dad gives me a bit too much attention. He's always trying to get me to model these frilly dresses of his. It's such a pain. But he only makes you those clothes because he loves you. It isn't the same for me. My dad hardly ever talks to me. Isn't that because he's busy? You say he was some earl in hell or something? That's right, he's one of 72 earls who govern hell. So he's always working to ensure everything runs smoothly. I know he works hard to support us, but he's so busy I never get to see him. Doesn't have enough time to watch TV with me, help me with my homework, and he didn't even attend last parents' evening. Dad never helps me with my homework either, since he's even more clueless about mathematics than I am. But I don't mention this to Lucia. I don't know if now is a good time. What about your mother? Don't you ever spend time with her? I do, but Mother's busy as well. I have 6 older siblings, so Mother is always fussing after them. 6? That's right, 6. That's impressive. Since most humans go to hell after they die, you wouldn't think demons would spend time creating more life, but I guess not. There's still a lot I don't understand about hell. I mean, I guess doing the deed is considered sin, depending on which way you want to put it, but so it would only be it'd be understandable that demons would partake in that activity. Hopefully I'll never go there, and I'll remain blissfully ignorant about the inner workings of it all. It's normal for families in hell to have 7 children, especially noble families like mine. It's a tradition, since there are 7 deadly sins and all. But not 7 days in a week, apparently. I thought the lucky number in hell was 666. That too, but having 666 children might be quite a stretch. Even for an amazing woman like my mother. Yeah, God. Imagine having over 600 children. My God. Like, just having to look after that many children would be a fucking nightmare, but my God, having to give birth to that many children, yeah, I definitely, yeah, wouldn't have much of a body left after that. I guess so. I just get kind of lonely sometimes. Since I'm the youngest, nobody listens to me. I get treated like a kid. Is that why you wanted to leave? Kinda. Strange. Nobody paid much attention to me in hell. Everyone seems super interested in me here. I don't get it. That's because they think you're some kind of Norwegian princess. I don't really know why. I always got the worst grades in class back home. Not even average. I'm way below average. None of my teachers like me. All my classmates. I don't think humans would welcome me so... Well, I didn't think humans would welcome me so warmly. My dad told me I should prepare to be disappointed, so I didn't expect too much. It's a little awkward, but I think I like it. Never felt so wanted before in my life, and I'm happy to have met you too. I think you're a really nice person, Rai. Even though I've been far from that. Whatever. Turn in my bed and hug one of my pillows to my chest. The light's so dark, so she can't see me blushing. I'm not trying to be nice or anything. I'm just going along with Lucia's whims so she won't reap my soul. Nothing deeper to this, really. I don't even like her. Not that much. Even so, I don't think you dislike hell that much. Why do you say that? If you really hated it, then you wouldn't feel homesick. If she missed it, that must mean there were some things she liked about it. Of course. I love my mother and my father, and all my siblings, even if they tease me all the time. They always beat me in Scrabble. But at the same time, I always feel like I never really fit in. I was under a lot of pressure all the time. I could never meet anybody's expectations. After a while, everyone gave up on me. But you don't ignore me, right? You listen to me and give me lots and lots of delicious food. So that's why you like me? The food? I like the food a lot, but that isn't it. I don't think it is anyway. Though we've only known each other for a little while, I like you an awful lot, you know? Aw, it's always so cute. On to day 4. See ya, wake up, Huh? Right? See, cracks one eye open and blinks at me. Curled up underneath her futon. Ashen hair spills across her pillow. Some of it is tangled up around her horns. Looks all knotted. Her horns must be quite a pain. Like why she wears her hair so short. If it was any longer, these horns would probably be even more of a problem. See, you need to get dressed. Dressed? That's right, hurry up. I don't have enough time to stand around waiting. Can I have 5 more minutes? No, you can't. Come along now, there's a good girl. I'm sorry, but I'm still so sleepy. You go ahead. I'll catch you up later. But you've only been here for 3 days. You'd probably get lost. This sense of direction isn't that bad. You got lost when Mrs. Tamara asked you to get yourself an English textbook from the class right next to ours. Get me if I don't trust you. You're so mean, Rai. Not mean, I'm just truthful. There's a difference. Now get up. I have perfect attendance. I'm not gonna spoil it for the likes of you. I pause, struck by a brilliant idea. The prospect of my perfect attendance being tarnished isn't enough. Chivy Lucia along this should be. Let me guess, food. And if you don't get up now, you will have enough time to eat breakfast. Thought this for sure would be enough to make Lucia get up, but strangely enough, it is not to be. Ooh, Okay, what's wrong, Lucia? Usually something like this would entice you to get up. She continues to lie there. Doesn't even try to lift her head. Sorry, Ray, but I don't feel very well. She whimpers, holding her arms around her stomach. The expression on her face really is pitiable. I kinda wanted to pat her on the head, but I restrained myself. The stomach hurts, my arms and legs feel stiff and heavy. Really are sick, then that's your own fault. Told you not to eat so much, and you didn't listen to me. I know, but everything tastes so good. Your food is just so delicious. Jeez. True that Lucia's been eating way too much for her skinny little body these last few days. It's also true Dad's been spoiling her rotten. Every single time she holds her bowl at breakfast or dinner, demanding second, third, or fourth helpings, Dad's only too happy to oblige. Potential stomach aches be damned. Wonder who the real culprit here is. Yeah, I wonder. I don't need to think for very long. Of course, this could only be Lucia's fault. Because she's greedy and doesn't understand her own limitations. Though her flustered little face does look rather tragic. Swaddled up in a blanket like that, I can't feel any sympathy for her. In fact, I'm angry. It's all your fault, you know. You ate too much, even though I told you not to. Why didn't you listen to me? Because it tasted so good. I couldn't help myself. You say that, but we both know that isn't true. You could have done, you just didn't want to. Maybe. Theo looks up at me sadly, long eyelashes fluttering. You sound kind of scary, Ray. My dad shouts at me like that sometimes too. Oh, good. You need people to discipline you. Judging by the sorry state you're in right now, Dad should have been even harsher. My God, Ray, you are a fucking bitch when you want to be. Don't say that. I thought you were my friend. Really? Raise an eyebrow. Isn't that something you decided on your own? Isn't it yet another selfish whim of yours? Is it selfish? Yeah, you only think about yourself. That's why you broke into my house, and that's why you're so greedy. That's why you made yourself sick. This is your own fault. You should take some responsibility. But, alright. Even if you're not going to school, I am. I actually care about my education. If you don't feel up to it, you can stay here. But I have no interest in going along with your whims anymore. Not like my dad. We're a responsible adults. I had no pity to offer you. Turn about on my heel and march out of my bedroom. I feel Lucy's large imploring eyes boring into my back. A short gasp for air that could be a plea to stop, but I paid it no heed. I'm not in the mood. Girl's so selfish. She appeared in my life without warning. Now she has the nerve to act like the victim. The only thing she's a victim of is her own selfishness. Well, I'm through with it. I don't want to deal with that troublesome girl anymore. But we're gonna deal with another troublesome girl very soon, unfortunately. Oh, right. Where's Lucia with you? You're gonna calm down today. She's sick. Sick? What's wrong with her? It isn't a fever, is it? A headache? Toothache? Measles? Mumps? Chickenpox? Tuberculosis? Food poisoning? Dry rot? Substance? No, wait, don't tell me. Can't be an infestation of termites. She isn't made of wood, you know. Dear, those last three ailments you listed do not commonly affect little girls. They don't? No, those problems the builders were having with dear old Usami's house. Oh, yes. I was talking to me about it on the phone last night, so I must have had termites in the mind. I wouldn't be surprised if termites were roaming around in your brain eating it away. That would explain, this. Take care, dear, or your poor brain will end up as holy as the foundation of the zombie's home. The text is quip in good faith. Another one of his hurried little smiles. Wonder if we'll ever be able to find a builder to fix the place up. Been trying, but it's hard work. Seems like most builders are worried they'll damage the foundation more while they try to repair it. Mom and Dad discussed the exceedingly interesting affair of Grandma Asami's slowly collapsing house, turned my attention towards my breakfast. Glad Dad has grown tired of natto. Breakfast today is far more pleasing affair to the eyes and the nose. Miso soup and rice might seem like a rather average breakfast, but the spring onions Dad sprinkles into the miso soup gives it an extra crunch. Rice is perfectly cooked, as always, topped with roasted sesame seeds. So, is Lucia alright? She isn't seriously ill, is she? She'll be fine, she just has a stomachache, that's all. Oh, is that it? I'm glad it isn't anything too bad. I hope it wasn't my food that made her sick. Since she's from Norway, she might not be used to my style of cooking. Well, like she liked it a little bit too much and ate way too much for her own little body to handle. Don't be silly, it isn't your fault. It isn't? No, the food you cook is always excellent. She is the one to blame for all this. That sounds awfully harsh, Rai, dear. I thought she was your friend. I never said she was my friend. She's just an unwanted guest with an insatiable sweet tooth. Oh my, did you two have a falling out? Never had a falling out, because we'd never fallen in to begin with. Didn't like her from the start. Well, I wonder. It seems awfully charitable of you to maintain a correspondence with a girl you claim to dislike. It was even more so given you invited her to live with us. I mean, we didn't really invite her, but I never invited her. She came here on her own. Told her not to, but she just turned up here on our doorstep anyway. Well, in our kitchen, to be more precise. Couldn't she didn't even have the courtesy to stand on our front step and knock on our door. So you're saying Lucia came here all the way from Norway just to see you? Even though you refused her? She must like you to go to such extreme lengths. No, she doesn't. She only likes my food. No matter what sappy things Lucia says about me, she didn't invade my home because she wanted to become my friend. Know that for a fact. She was enticed solely by the smell of my cookies and her own rumbling stomach. She isn't some kind of mystical spirit come to teach me important life lessons. Not nearly that generous. Just a greedy little leech. No better than a tapeworm. I've been in one too many TV dramas, Mum. Making it sound more romantic than it is. Are you saying it isn't romantic, Ray? That's exactly what I'm saying. Doesn't like me. I don't like her. Where's the romance in that? Mum giggles. Looks pleased with herself, though I don't know why. Don't worry your pretty little head about it, Ray. Sure you'll understand when you get older. Isn't anything to understand. We're not friends, and we never will be. That's final. In fact, I wish she'd just go back to where she came from and leave me alone. Whatever you say, sweetie. I just hope you don't grow to regret your words. Human hearts can be very confusing, contradictory things. Well, good thing we're not dealing with a human heart then. I thought going to class without Lucia would be relaxing, and in a sense, it is. Classmates crowd around me when I enter the classroom, asking about their absent Norwegian princess. But they soon disperse when they realize she's not here. Just like that, my daily routine is re-established, undisturbed as a frozen lake, almost fiercely monotonous. But I can't bring myself to enjoy it. Can't stop thinking about Lucia. Push my pencil case about my desk, distracted and recross my legs. Can't get an image out of my mind, no matter what I do. It's so ridiculous. Why am I thinking about Lucia so much? I thought I was supposed to be mad at her. Maybe that's why I can't get her out of my mind. She's been such a constant thorn in my side these last 3 days. Being alone feels strange. Need to readjust. It's all her fault. If I'd never met her, I wouldn't be feeling so strange right now. I suppose this is just another thing to dislike her for. Even so, Santa Gloria went a little too far this morning. Just a little. I think it was a bit much, but it is what it is, I guess. True that she's been annoying me. I think she has been taking the hospitality of my family for granted, so feelings are perfectly justifiable. In fact, I don't need to justify them. She's definitely in the wrong here. But that doesn't make me feel any better. I gasp. My hazy state of mind, someone managed to knock my pencil case right off the table. Here's the floor with a clatter and pens and pencils exploding everywhere. I've never done anything like this before. Not that calm as a girl. I don't trip over my own feet, and I don't walk into people in the hallway. And I certainly don't knock things off my desk in the middle of class. Sakabara? What are you doing? Mrs. Tamura peers at me, eyes narrowed. He isn't the only one who's staring at me. The rest of the class is too. I'm sorry, miss. It was an accident. Hope that it was. It isn't like you to not pay attention, Sakabara. Yeah, now pick it up. Now pick up your things as quickly as possible, so we can commence the lesson. Yes, miss. Slide down off my slate silently, crouch on the floor, retrieving the scattered contents of my pencil case. What's up with a Sakaba? Been acting odd all day. Maybe she's worried about Lucia. Maybe they have a special bond that cannot be spoken with mere words. Of course they don't. Really known each other for a few days. Where is Lucia anyway? Did Sakaba say? Apparently she got sick. Oh, that's so sad, poor darling. I didn't so want to speak to her again. No wonder she got sick, staying with a gloomy girl like Sakaba. Please, don't say things like that. She might hear you. Alright, class, settle down. Mrs. Tanner slams the palm of her hand against her desk. Class jumps in unison and turns to face her, stunned into silence. Pick up the rest of my pens and pencils and cram them into my pencil case, then sit back down in my seat. My little lip trembles, face burns bright red. What on earth am I doing? Walked back home along the riverbank, a school bag slung over my shoulder. The day was quiet and uneventful. The time dragged by at snail's pace. Thought the bell would never ring. This is also tedious. Things are a lot more fun when Lucia's there. What am I thinking? No point worrying about Lucia now. I'll see her when I get back home. Now I'll start to walk faster than usual. Am I really that desperate to see her face again? Must be something wrong with me. Maybe I'm sick. Whatever Lucia has must be contagious. It's just lovesick. He's so cute. Come to think of it, if there is something seriously wrong with Lucia, how would Dad cope? Lucia's not human, so normal medicine might not be able to help her. In fact, it could make her even worse. I thought Lucia was only joking when she said she had 7 stomachs, but what if that's true? How well does culture work when it gets dispersed 7 different ways, instead of one person's digestive system? I wince. All of a sudden I'm hit with a wave of despair. I just want to see Lucia. I expect to, but I miss her. Dad, is Lucia alright? Words fall out of my mouth in a rush before I had the chance to slip off my shoes. Dad, however, does not respond. Try again. Dad? Still no answer. I might have left the house to buy some groceries, but that seems unlikely. Don't think he'd leave Lucia at home by herself, not when she's sick. Is he in the kitchen then? Maybe he's so busy cooking something for Lucia's upset stomach. Bowl of rice porridge, perhaps? That he can't hear me? Why do I have a bad feeling about all this? Dad? Are you in here, Dad? It turns out he is, but he isn't cooking. He also sits on the kitchen counter alongside a bag of brown rice, but the oven isn't turned on. Dad is sitting at the kitchen table, like that, lying. His head rests against the tabletop, his eyes closed, his lips pursed slightly. He is mused up and his pale eyelashes tremble slightly. Dad? Sniffles but doesn't wake up. His eyes remain stubbornly shut. Well, I mean, at least he's alive? Don't believe this. How could Dad be so slovenly? And to be taking care of Lucia? Like he has a job outside of doing housework. It doesn't make sense that he'd be so very sleepy. He had to take a nap in the middle of the day. Wish I could be as easygoing as this guy, honestly. But if he can't be trusted to take care of Lucia, I suppose I must. Even though I'm still mad at her. Not as mad as I feel I should be, though. I exit the kitchen and climb the stairs, trying to resist the urge to take them two at a time, into my bedroom. The room looks exactly the same as it usually does. Curtains are open, and a band of sunlight streaks along the pale peach carpet. Clouds does float lazily in the air, illuminated into existence by the summer sun. Cherry blossom patterns painted on my wall by Dad. Of course Dad painted them. Mum would rather die than handle a paint can with her fashionable fingernails, shimmer under the sunlight. Books are arranged neatly on my shelf, as per usual. My bookcase is topped with my broken alarm clock, and one of the stuffed alpacas I used to play with when I was little. The room is exactly the same as always, down to the very last detail, from the number of pillows on my bed and to the position of my books on my shelf. Fact is too familiar, almost unsettling slow. Something's missing. Takes me a few seconds to realize what. It's the futon. Lucia's futon. It's not lying on the floor anymore. Vanished altogether, though it never existed at all. Futon isn't the only thing that's missing. Lucia is too. What happened? She didn't leave, did she? Why would she? She was sick. She was far too sick to leave on her own. I mean, it's kind of obvious as to why she left after what we said to her. So this morning, her eyes were sunken, but her cheeks were flushed and her forehead was covered with sweat. No way she would have recovered quite that quickly. Did she leave because I shouted at her? Is that it? That really it? Then this is all my fault? Had I been nicer to Lucia, would she still be here? Probably. Long as we kept feeding her food. I suddenly catch on something. There's a piece of paper jammed underneath my broken clock. Walk over to my bookshelf and look at the clock, pulling the piece of paper free. Feel it out with both hands, trying to iron out the creases, but it's hard. Fingers are shaking too much and I almost drop it. What does it say? I want to read it, but at the same time, I'm scared. No, I can't let myself be this weak. I need to read it. I have to know. Sorry for everything. Won't bother you anymore, right? Lucia. And the cute little cupcake in the corner. stare at the piece of paper, my fingers trembling. I was a little too harsh to her this morning, but didn't need to react like this. Why did she leave so suddenly? Not giving me a chance to say goodbye. It's true that I never saw Lucia as a true friend. Didn't know her well enough, but at the same time I didn't hate her. I swear I didn't hate her. You sure as hell made her very aware that you, in fact, did hate her. You're selfish and greedy, and more or less forced herself on me. But she was so sweet and funny, essentially good-natured too. She disrupted my daily life, but maybe that wasn't such a bad thing after all. I hated my daily life. It was monotonous, and I spent every day going through the motions, but never really enjoyed anything. Not genuinely. But it was different with Lucia. Lucia isn't here anymore, though. I have no idea if I'll ever see her again. How could a mere schoolgirl like myself venture into the deepest, darkest corners of hell? What should I do? Is there anything I can do? Maybe I should have been nicer to her when I had the chance. Oh my, so now she regrets what she did. Well, you humans are so contrary. Jump an alarm, gripping the sheets of paper between my hands so hard it tears. Yep, hello again. I am not surprised that you are showing up. There, sitting on the edge of my bed, as though she was there all along, there's a very suspicious looking woman. Hair is light blonde, flowing past her shoulders and waist. Skin is similarly pale, like a French doll's. Her eyes, however, are a bright, burning red. I know these eyes, even though I don't know the woman. They're just like Lucia's. Also, like Lucia, this woman has curly horns protruding from her skull, and a tail. Is this woman related to Lucia? Is she one of her many sisters? Yes and yes. I stare at the woman, unable to speak. Lips pursed, heart pounds in my chest, hard, knocking against my ribs with such force they threatened to splinter. Where Lucia was soft and yielding, this woman is cold and hard, like granite. The very being seems to exude a kind of curious pressure. It's hard to breathe. Just one look from this woman makes it hard to breathe. Yeah, this woman seems to very much like to take my breath away. Goodness, you're being so quiet. Got your tongue, dear? Well, never mind. I should have expected nothing less. You humans have always been rather poor at welcoming us demons. At any rate, I should probably introduce myself. My name is Aurora Ilvius. I am the oldest sister of the Ilvius family. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance, Sakaba, right? This woman knows my name. Perhaps I shouldn't be so surprised, given she is a demon. Seems only natural that she would. Fortunately for you, however, you would not be able to recall our acquaintance for much longer. What do you mean? So she talks. How cute. Sadly, time is of the essence. I have precious few minutes to spare on a mere human girl such as yourself. I thank you for indulging my cute little sister's whims, but all good things must come to an end. Sister has grown tired of your company, and has decided to leave. So, does that mean Lucia is alright? Have you spoken to her? Of course I've spoken with her. I'm a big sister. Unlike you, I care about Lucia. I went stung by the barbed comment. I want to retort, but I can't find the words. And at any rate, I think Aurora might have a point. And yeah, I think our very rude remarks are not going to work on her. Do you think it would just anger her even further? I was never very nice to Lucia. She opened her heart to me, and I didn't return the favor. Never wanted to be a friend. No wonder Aurora accused me of not caring. Don't care about much in life. Lucia wasn't any different. Never realized how much I liked her until it was too late. I will not punish you for upsetting her, however. The relationship ended on a rather sour note. Did take Lucia in out of the goodness of your heart. That should be applauded. Moreover, Lucia begged me not to lay a finger on you. Oh, yay, I'm not gonna die this time? Still, regardless of Lucia's wishes, standard protocol must be adhered to. Oh, okay, maybe I am dying. Great. Protocol? That's right. Did you really think I'd allow you to waltz away from this untouched? Knowledge of us demons nestled inside your head? I think not. You mean I wasn't meant to know about you demons? Of course not. It's top secret. Humans knew about hell. Imagine the pandemonium it would cause. It'd be quite a pain. But if that's the case, then why did Lucia tell everybody she came from hell? Because Lucia is bad at telling lies. No coincidence that nobody believed her wild words. You mean you? Indeed. I smiled smugly, blonde eyebrows arched with disdain. Might have cast a spell or two upon my sweet little sister before she stepped foot in the human world, to ensure nobody would grow suspicious as to her origins. Yeah, besides me. When you use magic to mess with everybody's minds? Sounds rather unpleasant when you say it so bluntly, but I suppose that is the general gist of it, yes. Seems such magic does not work on all humans, however, particularly insolent whelps like you. I'm sorry? Don't be sorry. Though you were immune to my last piece of magic, the enchantment should be slightly stronger. Ah, is that why our dad's asleep, and why everything seems to have gone back to normal? In light of your high magic resistance, I won't hold back this time. Look at it as a privilege. Few humans have ever tasted the full brunt of my power before. What do you mean? Why, shouldn't it be obvious? I'm going to wipe your memory, little human girl. But I don't look so troubled. I won't take more memories than I need to. You should still remember your age, and name, and favorite color. But not Lucia? Not Lucia, no. I realize this may be a lot to take in, but it's for the best. I hope you understand. But I don't want to forget. Might not want to now, but after I have finished rearranging your memories, you'll no longer remember what it was you didn't want to forget to begin with. Isn't that convenient? It isn't just me. What about the others who met Lucia? What about my parents and my classmates and my teachers? Ah yes, them. Well, owing to the spell I placed upon Lucia, those who came into contact with her should have forgotten about the moment she returned to hell. That sounds convenient. Magic is very convenient, as I will demonstrate. It is sad though. You're going to perform a great feat, but you will not even remember it. I no doubt this will be awfully sad for you, perhaps even devastating. But try not to cry. You should use what remains of your knowledge of us demons to burn my image into your retinas. This will be the last time you will ever gaze upon my beauty. But it isn't wrong I'm thinking of. Even as she rises from the bed and looks towards me, she's the furthest thing from my mind. All I can think about is Lucia. blonde hair, ashen eyelashes, and a sweet smile. Dear Elvis. Might have been a demon, but in a sense, I suppose she was my friend. My very first friend. On to day 5? Okay, I thought it was gonna end right there. Hey Ray, how are you feeling on this beautiful sunny day? I feel fine, thank you. Going on your school trip today, aren't you? That's right. Are you excited? Not really. Probably be the same as it always is. Ray, you sound so gloomy. Could you try to be more cheerful? I don't really have anything to be cheerful about, though. At the very least, could you try to bring some strawberries back with you from your trip? I want to see what Kazuki can make with them. Sure, Mum. I'll try to remember. Stuff I yawn with one hand as I slip into my seat at the kitchen table. I'm a responsible girl, so I always wake up early in the morning. That doesn't mean I like doing it. In fact, I hate it. Sunlight hurts my eyes. First I turn my head away from the open window and towards the wooden tabletop. This is a fairly standard routine, one I've grown accustomed to over the last 4 years of attending elementary school, but doesn't get any easier with time. Looks like today is going to be another perfectly normal day. One without the seer. A dead end. Well, at least we didn't die this time, so yay! But that just makes me feel sad now.